Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. It's currently December 26th, so it's the day after Christmas, and we are just getting straight back into it. It's so hard with all this traveling because, like, we travel, we go to the compound, we go to West Palm Beach, and weeks go by, and then we go back to the shop and we're like, oh crap, like, all right, now we got to get our head back in the game. We got to do all this stuff. So today for me is a big planning day and figuring things out. You guys know, if you saw last video, we scooped that M Edition over from Roberto's shop, and I have another M Edition here. So my plan is to get everything good off of that car. Really want to start diving into the JZX because that's one of the cars that I really want to keep. I really love that car, and I also want to start to play with the GTR as well. I think that thing needs to go sooner rather than later because I already pre-booked some plans for late February and April, and I need a lot of money ASAP because the plans that I have should be really cool, really fun, different. I haven't personally ever done it. Well, at least the second half I've never done it, but the first half, something that I want to pursue as well. But we need to make sure the GTR is 100% because I want that car sick. I want to be able to drive that car just a few times, fall in love with it so it can break my heart when I go to sell it. With all that being said, I'm going to the post office right now. I just want to make one quick announcement. My buddy Grillo, a few weeks back, he actually ended up getting a really good gig, like a super high paying job. He came to me about a month ago. He's like, hey man, like, I got this job offering, whatever. I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in. So he put his 2 weeks in, and sadly Grillo isn't with us anymore, which leads me to the point, me and Natalie, we're doing all of the orders right now. I'm actually going to the post office to drop off a bunch of your guys's. So if anything's delayed, just please be patient. If you want to email the website and you have any questions or concerns, you can go ahead and do that. We're active on there, but we are working every day to get all your orders out. Obviously, we just got back from Florida, and with Grillo being gone, we didn't have anyone. I've been looking for somebody, but I haven't found that person yet. So it's just currently me and Natalie. But I want to thank everyone for their patience and everything. Don't worry, we are working on everything. We're at the post office, and all you guys are gonna get your orders, and we're working on it. So with all that being said, let's get to the shop. All right, boys, it is the last day in Florida, and to be honest, I have really nothing to do, but you know what I love? I love phone apps. But not only do I love phone apps, I love free phone apps. And today's video is sponsored by Pop Slots, where they bring Las Vegas right onto your iPhone or Android devices. Now, at any point in time, you can go down in the description below. You can check out Pop Slots 100% free, and you can even get 10 million chips for just signing up with the download code in my description below. Now, I wouldn't talk about this game without playing it, so over the past couple nights, I was playing it, and let me tell you, it was very engaging, and I actually got some screen recordings of me winning a lot of chips, and it was just really exciting, so check this out. So here we are playing Bubble Madness, getting right into the wilds, man. We ended up getting 351. As I saw that, I was all pumped up. Something came up, and it was a magic clam, and I'm like, what, dude? So I'm playing this mini game, and at the bottom I see 430x. I'm like, no way am I getting all of this. And then all of a sudden, I ended up getting 3.4 million chips, which for a little mini game, I was stoked about. So after I was done with Bubble Madness, we immediately hopped onto Wizard of Oz, 200,000 chips per bet, and I immediately got the magic spins, which is the mini bonus of the Wizard of Oz. And we were spinning. I was like, oh man, what are we gonna get this time? 9 million chips. I was loving life, super engaged. Couldn't even believe that we won this much, honestly. And don't forget to always check your mail, because if you check it out, dang, we got some chips right now. 1.6 million chips, 5.9 million chips, 3 million chips, and 300,000 chips. A really cool and unique feature about this game is you can actually redeem rewards. So for example, literally you get points just for playing the game. So I have 8,000 points right now, and I can use that to actually save money off hotels. You guys know I'm traveling, literally staying in a hotel right now. Just click Holiday Inn. To save 15% off, it's only 5,000 points, and I currently have 8,000. I wish I knew about this about an hour ago because I could have saved myself 15% off. And funny thing is, Holiday Inn is actually my favorite hotel to stay in. But yeah, you literally get points just playing the game. It's free. Now, I know I mentioned this game is 100% free to play. I want to thank you, Pop Slots, one more time for sponsoring this video. At any point, go down in the description below. Check out the links. Free to play, 10 million chips. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you in a bingo live. See ya. Give you guys a sneak peek of what we're really working with this M Edition. This is the first time it's been on the lift. You can see this thing is just completely gone. I listed this on the marketplace for 1,500 bucks, and people just kept wasting my time. Like, hey man, like, how bad is the rust? Like, can I fix it? I'm like, it's bad. Just come with 1,500 bucks. They're like, can I have pictures of this and this? I'm like, no. So now I'm just to the point where we got that M edition. The engine is solid in this car. It does have a transmission. It has the Torsen diff, which is really nice. So I'll have an extra one of these. It is a little rusty and stuff, but I mean, it's just the outer casing, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, this car is just tired, man. Like, look at the floor. Absolutely crazy. That's a little dangerous, but we did the shake test and she kind of passed. Not 100%, but it's all right. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get this thing down to a bare shell today and get this thing out of here as soon as possible. That's one less car. We're really starting to clean up. I just hit up my buddy Mike that paints my cars here in Connecticut, and he's actually gonna come here, give me a quote on this. I kinda wanna do like a nice scuff and shoot like we did on this Z. Honestly, my buddy Mike did the Z for cheap, and this thing came out really good for the price that I paid. Chuck has been working behind the scenes on this thing, so I'm gonna have to order some parts for that. The JZX, he threw a 57 DR on it and it looks killer. Silver coilovers. You guys remember Silver sponsored my E36 drift car, and I absolutely love those coilovers. So I hit him up again. I was like, hey guys, like, you wanna support the JZX build? I plan on doing some things with this, hopefully in the near future. And they're like, yeah, Chris, no problem. They sent me some coilovers for this, because right now it has like HKS, like gross coilovers, and they're just blown and not good. So we're just waiting on those. To be honest, I really fuck with the 57 DRs, and to be honest, I kind of like the VSKFs on the 350Z. But regardless, we're storing parts for this car. I gotta message a few companies and stuff, and hopefully this thing will be on the ropes soon. All right, the Miata is looking pretty good. We're like halfway of pulling that thing apart. I got the GTR out, letting it run, letting it bleed out. Just put some fresh coolant in it and stuff, and I'm just going over the car. I've been talking to Roberto on the phone and stuff, and before I ripped this thing, and like, I started it and the AFR was like 7, and I'm like, I called him, I'm like, yo, what's going on with this? And he pretty much said it's impossible for this car to idle at 7, so he thinks that the wideband is bad. But before we do anything with this car, I'm just gonna set up a laptop. He's gonna go through the car, like look at the sensors, see what we need to do to the car, and confirm that things are broken so we can order it and do it properly. I don't wanna just go out, start hitting booze like, ah, it's fixed, it's all good, you know? Like, we gotta make this thing good. And yeah, step number 1 is just letting it run, letting it idle, change the coolant, you know, just the easy stuff. And then we get into the fun stuff. But for now, it's the boring stuff. That's why I'm not filming. I know we're jumping around a lot in this video, but I'm kind of just going over everything that I kind of need to go over. I talked to Zach a bit because obviously, as you guys know, Zach and Ryan, they took this car on Drift Week, and it gave us a lot of hiccups. We've also replaced a lot of stuff to the point where it's like almost impossible for this car to not work properly. So after that, Zach's like one of those guys that, like, if something is wrong and he hasn't figured it out, he needs to continue to research it. And he found something that if your crank sensor goes bad in these cars, you're supposed to change the cam sensor as well. So everything is supposed to be brand new. Now we have a brand new OEM crank sensor in it, but we never changed those. Those are just some used old ones off the old engine, but all of those talk to each other. So once you replace one, theoretically you're supposed to replace all of them. And Zach sound pretty certain that this could potentially be the problem, because, like, just to give you a little recap, we've changed the throttle bodies to new OEM ones. We changed the crank sensor. We changed the tone wheel. We've done probably over 100 relearns on this car. Like, pretty much every single sensor that can put this thing in a limp mode, we have changed to new, other than the cam sensors. We replaced them, but they were still used ones. So I called Nissan today. They're gonna be here tomorrow. So if that's all good, we can finally put some wheels on this thing, clean it up, and I'll either have Natalie drift it a couple times or sell it. We don't need all of these drift cars and stuff. You guys know we're trying to get rid of a lot of things. I'm bummed. I was about to bring the STI out, but I don't know why, but the key is in the truck, and the truck is in Georgia, so I was gonna get that thing all ready, cleaned up, get ready to sell that thing. The E30, I know, we're just hopping all over the place. I really like this car. I really had like big plans and stuff. Like it has metal bumpers right now. I really want to do the whole M-Tech. I want to get this car painted really nicely and stuff, but obviously it has zero compression on cylinder 1. I've been kind of dabbling the thought of going to a bone stock M50. Like obviously would upgrade the head gasket, upgrade the studs and stuff, but no Vanos, no nothing. Super simple, just straight to the point. Maybe get a smaller turbo on this setup. 500, it's a little ignorant, it's a little laggy, and I think it's because of the harness we have. It didn't have the wire to run to the Vano, so it's not turning on. So probably with that, it'd be a lot less laggy, but 500 horsepower is just kind of ignorant in this car. Like there's not a real purpose to this thing, and I kind of assumed that building it, but like at the time I was just like, yeah, 500 horsepower and an E30, like this is gonna be sick. And don't get me wrong, it is sick, it's cool. There's no, can't do anything with the car. It's absolutely terrifying to drive, and it's just like white knuckling going down the road. But I would really like, I'm gonna see if I can talk to someone that knows a lot about E30s. Like I want to get some nice suspension on this thing and like make this thing handle like an E36. To be honest, I didn't have much motivation on this car until we were at the compound drifting the E36s and like just like how good it was, and it just sparks my motivation to start working on that car too. So I'd really like to try to simmer down and figure that thing out as well. Obviously we have a ton of projects and I know that, and I'm kind of jumping around, but just going over everything today, like it's a fresh start, is really kind of helping my brain think a little bit. And yeah, there's plenty more, so follow along. All right, second batch of orders going out. Man, I could really use my truck right now. Not having the truck has screwed me like 3 or 4 times today. I needed the jump packs this morning. They're in the truck. I needed my laptop for tuning with Roberto. It's in the truck. I needed my STI keys. They're in the truck. I need something to deliver these packages. It's the truck, but it's all good. We're figuring it out. Stoked right now. Checked my safe at home. We got spare keys, baby, for the STI. Let's go. Put her out right now. It's right here because the car kind of died. I gotta get a new battery for it, but this car ran and drove great when I parked it, so I think we're just gonna be able to fill it up with gas, drive it around, make sure the AFRs are all good, see if everything is working properly, and then do an oil change. We can clean her up and then list her. I'll be honest, this one's a little bittersweet. Like, it was just cool that I bought this car in the UK and I drove it on the Nürburgring. Other than that, I have no like connection to the car. It's like, it's a cool car, but it doesn't really excite me personally too much, and like the money that I can get for this car and the things that I can do with that money excite me more than this car. But the only bummer is it was in the UK. We did drive it all the way to Germany. We did drive on the Nürburgring, and all of that is super cool, but you can't hold on to something just because of that, in my opinion. So it is what it is. We're cleaning her up right now, and I'm excited to drive it, honestly. Looks like I'm having my own car meet over at the gas station. STI let me down. It's kind of my bad. I mean, the battery was dead, so I used Chuck's car to jump it, and then I drove down here, and then the car just shuts off. I'm like, God damn it. Call Chuck. He came with jumper cables, and the battery was just too dead to do anything. So I had to, Chuck brought me back. I grabbed the battery, and now here we are. Hopefully this will fix it. I just wanted to go to the gas station, get some gas. This thing is literally bone dry, but now I got a battery. Well, that was an absolute disaster, huh, Chuck?
Yeah.
How long did we just fight with that steering shaft for?
I don't even know. It felt like hell.
Yeah, literally way too long, but yeah, hey, the engine's out. It's a little messy. It's a little dirty.
Wow.
What?
Now that I see the subframe down.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, it's pretty bad, eh? It is pretty bad. But the engine looks mint, though. Can we talk about that? How good the engine looks? It looks like it doesn't belong in the car, which is crazy because everything else is rotted. But engine's out. Obviously, we still have plenty more to do. We gotta take the bumpers off, fenders off, doors. The fenders are mint. Like, not even, like, you got a little rust bubble here, but that's not too bad. But nothing down. Oh, well, it's a little rotted. Okay, well, they're not perfect. But the doors, dude, doors are solid. Everything's like pretty solid. Oh, everything. Things are pretty solid on this car. STI actually got to go for a drive and it was pretty good. I think it needs a tune. I don't really love the tune, so I'm gonna have to get that sorted. But other than that, this thing fires right up. Coolant's bled. Everything is good. It drives nice. And yeah, so STI is on its way. GTR is on its way. Tomorrow I want to focus on getting this thing the hell off the lift, because I need to put the GTR on the lift so I can fix a fuel line, because I did jack it up today. There was a fuel line that was leaking, so I do want to attend to that. My buddy Mike didn't get back to me today, but he said he'll come here tomorrow so he can get a nice quote on this, see how long that's going to take. And yeah, things are kind of coming along. I'd love to keep going with this video, but Matt is on vacation and I'm trying to get this video out tonight just to keep you guys updated, keep you guys informed. I know a lot of you said you kind of wanted to see the journey of getting rid of things and kind of like just behind the scenes chaos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go down in the description below, check out Pop Slots. Super fun, free game to play. And ever since I found out about it, I literally play it every night. I'm already level like 50 or something. So check it out, it's free to play. See you guys.